seconds of trading. My name is Alejandro Zambrano, Chief Market Analyst with Amana Capital and TradeCaptain.com. I'm the editor of this website, and as we usually do at this time of the day, I'm going to provide you guys with a quick update on the markets. We're going to take a look at things like the euro dollar, Bitcoin, crude oil, gold, and DAX 30. In essence, pretty much the most popularly traded assets in the world. Now, before we start, as always, I need to stress that trading financial markets is unfortunately risky, and there's a genuine risk that we'll lose all of our invested money. So if you're new to financial markets, and even if you have been in financial markets for quite some time, don't forget to click on risk disclosure here to better understand what financial trading is all about. So let's begin, as we usually do at this time of the day, 9 a.m. London time, Monday to Friday. And as you probably noticed, today we're not live on Periscope. What does that mean? That means that ideally you should have been subscribed to us on YouTube to get a notification, or just remember to come and swing by here at this time of the day. So let's begin, and we're going to take a look at the price of the euro dollar, as we usually do at the beginning of the day. And this is the euro, and you're looking at a 1 hour chart, and the overall market is, as you know, bullish in the short term, with the 117.10 level being the trend defining level, and the market head up higher. Now obviously the market, especially currencies, they don't just go up with 248 pip without some sort of correction, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We're seeing the market pull back a bit, and if we take a Fibonacci from this low to this high, you get these three fib levels, and traditionally we'll move down to the first fib level, sometimes 50% and sometimes even more, and if it's a total reversal of the trend, we'll take out that low. So I'm anticipating for price to move down a little bit more than the first fib, a level between 50% correction and 38.2% correction. This level is the 1850 level, and from 1850 as well you have this set of support. You have here the prior highs. So if this plays out as it should do, then it's going up now, and it's now going to test the breakout. But from the breakout level, again 1851, I anticipate this market to potentially bottom out and then head up higher to the high. And as long as we trade above this level down here, which is 1733, I'm going to be bullish. Obviously, eventually, when this bottoms out and heads up higher, I think it should be fair to just take this, push it up higher, and then the actual risk is going to be lower than the current potential risk of 117 points. Here's the price of Bitcoin. Now, we need to understand market psychology when trading the markets. I mean, that's really what it's all about. Now, last week we said look to go long down here. The whole thing just rallied massively and played out much better than I thought it would do. Now, it's trading at 9,866, the price of Bitcoin. And again, we need to kind of see what's going on here. So I think the market just wants to go up, touch the 10,000 mark, and that's going to be something you're going to read about in many different outlets. It's turning more mainstream. As an example, I think yesterday there was an article in The Sun which highlighted about Bitcoin. So I think it's going to go up there, claim that 10,000 mark, and then a bit of celebration. People that bought at the lows, of course, going to be really happy. But from a technical perspective, this is not what we should be buying. If you remember what I said last week, the market was trading here, right? And I said, look to go long here, look to go long at a dip, and then for this to head up higher, which it did. Up here, it's difficult to go long because the last low that is interesting is down here. It's pretty much this low here where we decided to buy last week, and then here at 759. That's really where the low is. And that means that if I go long right now, then yeah, of course we head up to 10,000, which is another 1.6%. But at the same time, I'll expose myself at least for a 10% correction, if not the whole move here, because when we buy at one level, we usually need to put a stop loss. That is if you're trading on the 1 hour chart. Obviously, if you're trading with a shorter time frame, you can probably, say that you'll work with some of the lows here. But I find that if we go too small in the time frames, it's just going to be very difficult to get good signals. So with that in mind, I am bullish, but I'm waiting for a correction. I'm looking for a correction at least down 50%. My 15-day EMA is down here as well, so somewhere between 89.16 and 8,400. I anticipate this to bottom out and head higher. Here's your German DAX. The German DAX, as you know, it firmly ended the downtrend last week as it took out the little downtrend, moved all the way up into profit, moved down again, and then back into profit, and then back in red again. And I think it's trying to bottom out here. And as long as you're above 12,850, I'm going to be bullish. The reason why I'm bullish is because if you look at it from a bigger picture, this is a daily chart. The trend is bullish, as you can see, creating higher lows, and as long as you're above, again, 12,850, this market could head up to the prior high. Take out the low, you'll have more of a corrective move, and we'll have a bit of a bad Christmas, I guess, for a lot of people trading the DAX 30, or that are long, of course. Let's see here if we can get the price of crude oil up. So here's crude oil. Do you remember last time what we said? We said look to go along here, and the whole thing moved out good. We said as well look to go along here, and that also moved out good. And yesterday we said this is pulling back, and even the fact that the day before that I said actually it's going to pull back. So, and we're getting this right now. Fib wise, from this low to this high, 50% pullback, could easily move down more lower. This is crude oil at the end of the day, 57, 56.50. However, though, as long as you're above 55.74, this level down here, I'm going to be bullish and I anticipate this to bottom out, spend a few days here, and then potentially head up higher. Here's the price of gold. And on this 1 hour, or actually let's make this a 4 hour, the overall market is bullish. It's creating higher and higher and higher and higher lows, and I'm not really confident in this range. I don't necessarily think it's gonna be super relevant for people, but it does have this bullish bias, and I suspect that if it would move down to support, so down to maybe 1280-ish, 1279, so down to this prior low, traders might look to go long, and I guess some people are gonna have stop loss orders down here, but some other people are gonna have stop losses here, which is makes more sense to me. And with that, guys, we just covered all of the main markets. If you're new to Forex trading, we do have a seminar coming up, a free webinar actually. So we have a free webinar coming up today in 2 hours time. It's called Taking Your First Steps in Forex Trading. It's a beginner's webinar, so if you want to know more what a spread is, what leverage is, and things like that, then don't forget to sign up to that. And then we have the crypto trades of 2018 coming up on December 14th, and we do have more events coming up. They're just not here just yet. We're gonna upload a new webinar series where we trade the markets live. Just check out this space in the next few weeks. As well, if you happen to be in China, then I'll be in China on December 8th, which also means that we're not going to be doing these presentations next week. From Wednesday to Friday I should be off because I'm traveling to China, so beware of that. Otherwise, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Do try out to trade the markets if you're new to this with maybe a demo account. Just go to tradecaptain.com. At the very top you click on Amana Capital, and here you can just download the demo. Choose the platform. Well, MT5 is the latest version, and it also includes the cryptocurrencies demo. So just MT5 is what I would suggest. You have first name, last name, email, country, phone, city, and how much you would like to deposit. And then if you will go live, and then you'll leverage. You can choose here whatever you want, and the currency. Give you an idea. If you're in a country that uses dollars to some extent, then probably the dollar is better for you. This is also currency or countries where you have pegged to the dollar. However, if you're in the Eurozone, obviously the euro is what you prefer, and if you're in the UK, then the pound is usually what you need. Here, you can just let us know. Obviously, put Trade Captain on here so people know that you came from Trade Captain, and then you click on Submit Now. Very, very straightforward. When you have access that, you'll get a trading platform like the following. And you can see here, this is a demo, and you can see here different things. You know, you can look at the euro, you can change the time frames, You can do your analysis. You have the positions, things like that. This is I'm holding a demo trade on German DAX here. Just trying out some stuff, and yeah, check it out. A good way of learning how to trade is using a demo, and then of course when you're ready, you just use the live account. Have a great day, guys, and see me tomorrow at the same place here at TradeCaptain.com and the live trading room at 9 a.m. London time. Thank you.